Okay, hello everybody. I look like I'm in an interrogation. It's so warm. It's so warm. I look orange. So, as you may notice, I have a little bit of a different setup today. New camera, new camera, new microphone. Anyway, today found something interesting. Now, I myself am a big fan of comics, but I feel like there's been one character that's just been like left out of pop culture. He deserves his own movie, honestly. That character is the character of Rad Rider, the safety cycler. Today we're going to be looking at a 1997 safety pamphlet from the 90s from Inland Empire's own health plan. This is a
I think we can get 4,000 for it after driving it.
This is from IEHP, which is like a very prominent healthcare provider out here, and they wanted to get to kids to tell them be safe on their cycles and ride like Rad Rider, and it's pretty funny. So we're gonna be looking at that today because I feel like he needs to be put back on the map. Rad Rider needs to ride again. So we start the comic up like any normal comic. The stakes are set. The evil Professor Hard Drive is going to blow up the hub of the city, which I guess is just like town central or something like that. And I don't know, like the mayor too, I guess. In 15 minutes. So Rad Rider's like, even though they know exactly where he is, right in the middle of the city, the police will not be able to get to there in time because what are police for even? But you know who can? A dude on a fucking bike. That's who can. Then there's a suit up sequence. It goes over various things that he has on his suit, his helmet, his shirt that's like able to be reflective in light, his just everything that you need on a safety cycle. He says Motor City's shaped like a wheel, but he's gonna find a way to get there faster than any other person because he's fucking Rad Rider. He's riding through Motor City and he's just describing it like it's the worst place to live. So the roads are basically gravel. That's why everybody's in hover cars. He says specifically to watch out for potholes, broken glass, and loose gravel because the literally the entire fucking place is made out of gravel at this point. There's creatures in the sewer, in the drain pipes. There's mutated dogs and cats that attack things that are specifically made of that attack things that specifically have wheels. I don't know why they have such a kink for wheels, but you know, to each their own, I guess. So he finds out that someone is tailing him. So what he does is he does a left turn, but he has to signal because he's Rad Rider and he's really into his values. And so then he signals right, and then the guy chasing him, which is Henry Hard Drive, is all like, "Yeah." Oh wait, no. Before that, I wanna explain a very plot relevant detail right now. Henry Hard Drive is really pissed off at Rad Rider for one specific reason, and that is because Rad Rider is keeping him from getting his license to drive. It got revoked by the mayor, and he's strongly pressuring the mayor not to do it, not to get his license back. Even though in this scene he is driving completely fine without a license, and I don't know why he's evil. He doesn't follow rules. He literally said that he's going to turn his license to drive into a license to kill. So I don't understand why he needs a license to drive when he's evil and doesn't follow the rules anyway. But, you know, he maybe has his own code of honor. Anyway, Rad Rider outsmarts him. He crashes into a pole or something and almost dies. The villain, I mean, not Rad Rider. Rad Rider's too damn cool. Anyway, Rad Rider goes down a hallway, or an alleyway, I mean. Looks right and left to see if there's any cars coming, and then Henry Hard Drive's like, "Yo, I can get to the hub faster than you because unlike you, I like to speed, so I'm gonna get there faster." And you might be thinking, Rad, this may be a time to, it's urgent, because a lot of people's lives are threatened here. If he blows up the hub, the entire building, that's going to be catastrophic to the rest of the city. If he blows up the mayor too, could you imagine how much Motor City's already in like disarray? There's like cats that attack wheels and tentacle monsters in the sewers. So like it might be a good idea to not stop for anything and go right to Henry Hart. Oh wait, no, he's actually gonna yell at a child. So that's what you want to do first. He yells at a child because he's not following safety rules. And yeah, so that's greatest hero, Rad Rider. Anyway, after he's done yelling at a literal child, he rides away and says, I gotta be hard on the kid because he might get irreversible brain damage or whatever. So he rides over to stoplights that are floating, actually. And he's like, yo, you're too late. I'm going to blow up the city now. And I know that you don't cross red lights, even though this is a really urgent situation. And it's really important that you probably do that because millions of people could die and lose their jobs as a result of what I'm going to do right now. But Rad's like, no, my one weakness, a red light. So what he does is he has a switch on his bike that actually shoots out rockets from the handlebars. Anyway, the guy pushes down the lever and the hub explodes because he's too slow. Rad is too slow. I'm just thinking about the millions, not even millions, just like the hundreds of people that probably work in the hub and like the amount of time and the amount of cost it's going to take to repair that place. And Rad Rider could have been preventable had Rad Rider just ran a red light once. Just broke his fucking code once. So anyway, he saves the mayor, kicks him, and then because he kicked him, he falls over, he hits his head right on the pavement, which is probably the good ending, honestly. I mean, so he's knocked out. And they're like, oh no, his helmet is cracked. They're sobbing. And then Rad's like, hey, I'm good, y'all, because I wore a helmet. Look at that. And then the kid's like, hey, can I wear your helmet as like a souvenir? Because that's kind of cool. And Rad's, no, you can't. Don't do that. You can't use a helmet that's already been in an accident, you fucking idiot. But then Rad's red cycle seat's about to is like vibrating. So, I mean, what's Rad using that for? Let's be real. Why does it have a specific function to vibrate? What are you doing, Rad? It turns into a helmet magically. He gives it to the kid. Kid says it's rad. We're not going to dwell on that. Moving on. He says, always glad to help out Motor City. Even though he didn't do much, he kind of like caused more problems than I think he needed to. And he says, always remember safety first. And there's just like a disclaimer about the pamphlet and stuff like that. So let's review. Rad Rider is a man so bent on his morals that he won't even break them for the good of society. He lives in a shit city that has hentai monsters and mutated cats that attack wheels specifically. The city is the cops are completely useless in this city. The mayor has done nothing in regards to maintaining this city and cleaning up the streets because she sucks. Rad saved her for no reason and let the rest of the building blow up because he's a dick. And then he fucking has the audacity to ride off and say safety first. I'm pretty sure a lot of people died as a result of him not being able to cross a red light. This is so stupid. Anyway, if you look at their site today, you'll see that they actually don't have this specific comic there at all. And I've looked online, I can't find anywhere to buy it. So so far as I know, it's probably one of the only copies, and I actually made a PDF version of every single page from this comic. Anyway, this is one of the weirdest comics. As a little pamphlet for kids, It's not bad. You know, it's definitely a better way to teach bicycle safety than just like a video of like this and this and this. Definitely a better and cooler way to teach a child how to be safety on their bicycle, how to be safe on their bicycle. To have like a superhero show you how cool they are being a safety cycler. And like at the same time, Rad Rider is also a fucking lunatic, and this is probably gonna be really shit. And bye.